don't want their thoughts to be just consumed with all of the things that they can't do. I want to also give them that positive voice that says, these are the things that you're doing. These are the things that you are doing well. Let's keep it up.
Children in our program have learned to get along with everyone, have learned to give and take, have learned to be patient.
If we focus just on play and on making friends and how do you feel, and when you're angry, what do you do? When you're happy, what do you do? When you're sad, where do you go for help? I mean, all those kinds of things. If we were to do that with young children really, really well, that a lot of the other learning would fall into place.
It's important to have good interactions with teachers, with adults, with family members, with their peers. And that's an important lesson to learn early in life. It builds the foundation for learning.
The personal and social development of any child, person, adult is so important to have that foundation, because with that foundation, you can do anything. Anything is possible.
Promoting social-emotional competence in early childhood is a critical key to children's later success in school and in life. This video offers an overview of well-researched, successful strategies that early childhood educators can use to promote healthy social-emotional development, prevent challenging behavior, and provide support to the growing number of children with challenging behavior. The pyramid model includes 4 levels of strategies that are needed to intentionally and effectively support children's social-emotional development and prevent and address challenging behavior. The pyramid is supported at its foundation by an effective workforce, a culture of professional support at all levels of early childhood programs.
We embraced the pyramid because this was something that was going to be able to fit within what our organization valued, but also fit within what we already do well. It's not just a quick fix, it's not just a technique, it's actually a philosophy that has to be incorporated and ingrained into the culture of your organization.
You infuse it into the regular day-to-day activities, and then you begin to look at social-emotional development as you do literacy and the other developmental domains, and it strengthens it.
We began at the bottom of the pyramid because we wanted not to miss a step. We wanted to get that foundation, that tier 1, really solid for all staff. I believe that from assistants, whatever your role is, we need that philosophy that has a positive attitude. When you begin with that quality workforce and then you build on that foundational model, it's a philosophy. We like to say our motto here at our center is to have that serving heart and to have a collaborative spirit and a leadership attitude.
We're working on an investment in evidence-based practices, an investment in pyramid practices, and an investment for teachers that continues to grow for them. It becomes incorporated into their practice, into what they do. The teachers are putting extra time and extra effort into using these strategies, which we do with investment. We put some into it, and then we expect to get more back. And when you see challenging behaviors decrease, when you see children using their social skills, problem solving independently, when you see those children growing and developing, there's your investment.
Following, expected rules, following schedules, all those things, those are learning opportunities that should be present for all children in a program, not just children with challenging behaviors. Those are key goals for all children in an early childhood program, and it's one of the most potent benefits that early childhood programs can deliver.
Nurturing and responsive relationships is the first level of the pyramid model. Positive, supportive relationships are necessary for all children and critical to the success of all the other strategies. These relationships extend to partnerships with families and guide interactions between teachers and other professionals to create relationships defined by teaming and collaboration.
They actually looked at him as a person. They picked out things that were very important to help him mature and help his behavior and help him learn. I think that's very critical to how a child is going to learn going forward, and as a parent, it's something that they have helped me know about my son, and going forward, I will be able to communicate that to future teachers that he is going to have in school.
It's a precious thing to be asked into a family system. A family system with a young child is a new venture for that family. It's very important that you value relationships, especially the relationship with the parent. A parent of a child that age needs all the support that they can get in order to feel empowered. Professionals shouldn't take away that right from a parent. They should support that right to empower the parent to be able to develop the skill sets that they need to be a good parent over the whole lifespan. So we are careful with our relationships, and where there are challenging behaviors and challenges that the child offers to the family system, we try to respect the pain that causes. We try to respect the challenges that presents, and to sort of unobtrusively offer the knowledge base that we have to offer.
She's really teaching us. I gained from her not only ideas as a parent, but as a teacher, some of the strategies and things that she does. And she helps us to be patient with her. She really does, because sometimes it does get frustrating. I do have extremely high expectations for this little one, but she helps remind us that Kennedy is who she is. She's 3 and she's doing fine. Okay.
As I started to come down here more and more and see how open everybody was, I mean, you don't have to ask to come in. I can come down here on a break and just walk in and see how she's doing. Just being able to stop in if we have questions. How's Kennedy doing today? She'll tell you how she's doing today. So it's a real big help being able to come in and talk to her anytime you want.
We have a friendship. It's not like just a teacher, okay, you got my daughter for the 8 hours, okay, I'll see you when I get back. We really talk in the morning and in the evenings. She feels really comfortable. I feel really comfortable, and she really enjoys it.
The second level of the pyramid model emphasizes the importance of creating high-quality, supportive environments to support children's success by engaging them in meaningful activities and implementing routines that are predictable and engaging to each child.
Look at that. See, a bunch of different colors.
The pyramid really is a constant reminder for me to go to the bottom. I can tend to just go to the top of the pyramid and be like, oh, this is a problem, but it's a constant lesson in, oh, well, are all these areas under relationships being, how consistent am I being in my relationships? How consistent am I being in the environment? That's a magical thing when challenging behaviors can be redirected by just simply reminding myself as a teacher, okay, I need to take a step back and do my checklist to see how I'm nurturing my relationships with kiddos and how supportive this environment can be.
It is just so refreshing, and it's awe-inspiring, I think, to watch her in action. Everything she does is so purposeful. Whether they're eating snacks, whether they're singing a song, whether they're doing circle, regardless of what they're doing, You can tell, I can tell when I'm sitting back that there's a reason for it. And she just has such a wonderful relationship with those kids. You can just tell by looking around her room that she's got the room set up for success, first of all, for the kids. Plus, she really loves her kids and she really loves what she does.
Children like routine. They like that structure. They want to know what to do. They want to know what comes first, and they want to have that framework in the classroom.
I think I'm better able now to teach closely alongside the children, to follow their interests and to be guided by their interests, and to let that inspire my work. Relating to the children in a real way and understanding where they were coming from and trusting that things were not going to get so bad that I couldn't handle, that we as a group couldn't handle.
Our keywords: being respectful, being safe, and being a team player. And if you can use one word and the child just looks at you like, I know what you mean, then we can take off into the circumstances that may be surrounding the situation.
When she first came here, we had a separation issue. As she got to know them over a couple of weeks, it just got better. She's a little aggressive, and I think that's just, we talk about not hitting and not being mean, and that goes along with be respectful, which is what they talk about here now. She tells me everything that they do, down to what, the terminology that they're using in the classroom, like to be respectful, and what certain kids did to be respectful. And I'll always ask her, what are types of things you do.
See? Is that pretty? Would you like to make friendship pictures today? I know. Ben, do you want to see?
The third level provides strategies to implement targeted social-emotional supports. This is explicit instruction in important skills, like expressing emotions appropriately, handling anger, solving problems, and developing friendships.
Jocelyn, good job. We talked about emotions, and I've been doing the emotion dice, and we throw it and we say, how do you feel, and what does this look like? Does he look happy or sad? And he looks mad, and they all go, mad, and they all kind of mimic it. And so what I've been doing is I've been taking pictures as they make these faces. Last year I did the same thing, and I made this really neat book, and it was a Ladybug Feelings book. And it's so neat when they read these books. When they see these books and they go, oh, look, there's Aaron. He's angry, or oh, look, she's shy, or oh, she's excited, and it's really neat when they go through and they read it.
Thank you. Okay. She said thank you. Good morning, Bridget. Good morning, Bridget. Hello, and
what is amazing to me is how the pyramid strategies work so well at the toddler level. Children are learning to say each other's names. They're learning how to tap and get another friend's attention. They're learning how to label their feelings, because we're intentionally teaching those skills, and it's working.
Do you want more? Beta, look.
When thinking of teaching friendship skills to children, you have to think of what does it mean to be a friend, and break those steps down and teach each part to the child. First, how do you get a friend's attention? And there's steps to that even, leading all the way up to sharing, keeping a friend, understanding feelings, things like that. I want to make sure in my day that I have planned time to demonstrate what it means, to discuss it, and give them time to practice it. And modeling between my co-teacher and I is a great way to demonstrate, also with puppets, with real photographs, so many different ways to demonstrate, and then allowing the children to practice all throughout the day. And while they're practicing, being available and present for the children to give them the feedback that they need to hear, oh, that is being a friend.
Sure, let's do some teamwork.
Encourage them to use their words, and that's a key phrase that I use in my classroom. Tell your friends how you feel. Tell them if you did not like that. I help them. How did you feel when they kicked you? Sorry. Well, then I give them the words to say, I don't like it when you kick me. They will have another tool to use, their language.
See, when you say that, Michael knows that she's sitting in a chair that you want to have that, okay?
When we have conflict resolution strategies in place throughout the whole program, not only we know them, but the children know them, and the children can affect them with their friends. Children are more powerful teachers to their peers than our adults most times.
Is there something that she can do with the book?
Share!
How would that work? Did you know that two people can look at a book?
We are a family. We are a community. And that we all have days when we're not our best. We all have days when we want mama. We all have days when we don't get our way and we're not happy about it.
So what he does is he kicks his friend's leg out of the way. Is kicking a go or is kicking a stop?
It's a stop!
Kicking is a stop. We use our feet for
Walking!
walking. We use our feet for walking. So kicking is a stop. I think it helps.
Squish, that's the word that you're using to say how you feel. You're squished. And you're squished. How could we solve that problem so you're not squished anymore? Think. Use your imagination. What could we do? There's just one chair here. What could we do? Sydney, what do you think you could do? If there's just one chair and two girls, we could... Madison, did you hear that? The words that came out of Sydney's mouth? Get a chair for Madison. That's a great idea.
It's help
Let's get
the
a
teachers
chair
not
for
to get so
Madison.
frustrated. I think that's one of the really biggest things too, that you feel you have a tool and you're not at your wit's end, and when you're not screaming and pulling your hair out, you have something you can work with, and you step back and let's take a deep breath and we'll sit down here now with this child and see what they're about.
Some children were getting upset. They had to wait so long to get some gas. Sometimes we get a little frustrated, and sometimes we might not do the right thing to our friends when we're waiting. So we have a little book to talk about. And what could you do when you're waiting?
Slowly but surely, we got more and more adept and more confident, and seeing that it did help everybody. I can't think of a single area in which it's not helpful, and it's refreshing too, because you can bring all the components in.
The final level of the pyramid model provides a process for addressing the needs of children who exhibit ongoing problem behavior, even when the other three levels of the pyramid are in place. This intensive intervention process is often referred to as positive behavior support, or PBS.
The teachers in the classroom felt very confident. They came to me with issues. I can't be kicked anymore. I can't be hit anymore. I can't let him go up to another child and just scratch that child. Or I can't let him go up to another child and kick that child in the stomach. We have to make sure we let this child develop new skills in place of those skills. And that's what our support did. We provided him and the classroom teachers with the support they need to help this child go through the daily routine of the classroom. And now that child's doing just fine. We come back with accomplishments from everybody that was involved.
There's a certain feeling a teacher has about her competencies or his competencies when they come to a point with a child that they think they need help with the child's behavior. So if I'm a classroom teacher and I say I need help with this child, for some people that's quite a accomplishment because they're reaching out and they may feel like they could be judged by saying I need some more ideas on this, I'm out of ideas. So developing a comfort zone and relationships where people feel that they're not being judged when they ask for help was very important, and that's part of that school climate.
Universal practices, universal techniques, and I think that's key. Because you'll find a small number, probably somewhere around 25%, that will need those extra interventions. So what do we do with the other 75? And children learn from other children as well, from the modeling they see from their peers. So I think it's very important to have a universal approach. But then also have a support system in for those children that need more.
We don't drill on the negative behaviors. We see the positives in each of the children. And, those are the important steps.
Once we started doing PBS at home and in the community, some of the same people that thought Brennan was just mentally retarded and that we should put him in an institution thought he was cured. It's a lifelong, incurable disability. But we've been able to manage it. I think that PBS becomes so ingrained that you do it naturally all the time so that it doesn't look to other people like you have a strategy. It just looks like you're going along and your child is going along, regular, normal. Now that he can communicate, he's so smart. He's suddenly so smart to other people, and he had it in him all the time. We didn't know how to get it out, but figured it out. And I think that's one thing that if anybody tells you that, it's very empowering. You can do this. And I would tell families that you can do this.
Are doing these amazing things in the classroom and providing these kind of supports for kids. And we also teach parents how to do that. I think they'll be happier, kids will be better in the classroom, teachers will be happier, and I felt like that truly could change the world, and I feel like it has.
Establishing that rapport, I think that is so important. Establishing the rapport, the respect, that them being able to trust you and know that you're not going to give up on them, and no matter what they do, you're not going to judge them, and you're going to still love them the next day. So I think that's real important.
I had a student many years ago who he came in here very angry. He would throw blocks and toys and aiming at people. He had targets and just temper tantrums throughout the day. He would hit me and scratch me. I just started crying, and I was crying not because he was hurting me, but I was crying because I didn't know what to do for him. He's just a very gentle soul now. Sometimes you don't know why these strategies work. Sometimes to me it's just a little miracle that they work. But if you dare just to keep on searching and keep on trying the strategies, if it doesn't work today, it might work tomorrow. You gotta try them for a length of a time. You can't just give up the first time it doesn't work. And work with the families, then you get success. Now's the time. When they're little, it's the time, and we can do great things.
I would like to see early care and education providers with great skills in teaching kids how to be friends, how to work together. I think we'll have stronger programs. I think we'll have happier staff. I think we'll have happier children. I think we'll have stronger bonds with families.
It's philosophy with feet. It's good to have, this philosophy and our goals in mind, but you're seeing those things done here on a day-to-day basis. And I'm saying that to you as a parent and a teacher. I'm seeing the involvement from the support services to the teachers and all these key players involved and committed to your child.